Welcome back to another Twilight Masquerade TCG guide. This time we're going to be looking at Teal Mask Ogerpon. Let's go. There are two Teal Mask Ogerpon in the set, one EX and one normal. Let's start with the normal Teal Mask Ogerpon. 110 HP, not good, it could be bench sniped by the likes of Greninja EX, so 130 HP would be better here. Retreat cost of 1, really good, you can attach rescue boards and attach energy to retreat. Its 2 attacks are not particularly great. Mountain Stroll, search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Just use the likes of Earthen Vessel and other trainer cards that can find you energy from your deck. If you really want a Pokemon that can find basic energy, there is a better option in Cleffa, which has the Twinkling Hope attack, which does the exact same thing as Ogerpon, except for it requires no energy to attack, which means your energy trade is a lot better because you're getting 2 energy for the price of nothing. Its second attack, Ogre Comeback, is not a strong attack, and it also requires your opponent to have benched a number of Pokemon to get the maximum out of it. It also costs too much energy for the too little damage. We're going to be ranking Teal Mask Ogerpon as a D tier Pokemon. Do not use. There are far better cards like Cleffa that can achieve better outcomes for you. The second Teal Mask Ogerpon is the EX variant. It only has 210 HP, so it is an easier 2 prizes to take. It has a single retreat cost, so again, really good. You can use rescue board, you can use energy to retreat and pivot your Pokemon around the board. Its Teal Dance ability is what makes this card really good. So once during your turn, you may attach a basic grass energy card from your hand to this Pokemon. And if you do this, then you can draw a card. So it's a draw engine and an energy accelerator. Its Myriad Leaf Shower can eventually become a very powerful attack if you've got enough energy attached to it. And it's particularly good in the fact that it can OHKO a Charizard EX with just 3 grass energy on it, as well as the 2 fire energy on your opponent's Charizard, because this attack does 30 more damage for each energy card attached to both active Pokemon. This card is also a Terra Pokemon, so it means that it's going to be protected on the bench from any damage from attacks, both yours and your opponent's. This card also has a number of variants, so you have this illustration rare version, you also have this full art version, and then finally there's a gold version, so there's a lot for you collectors to collect. Let's take a look now at some Pokemon that synergize really well with Teal Mask Ogerpon. Let's try and solve the weakness of Teal Mask Ogerpon, and that's its low HP. Kricketune Swelling Tune ability allows your grass Pokemon in play, except any other Kricketune, to get 40 extra HP. You can't apply more than 1 Swelling Tune ability at a time, so it's only worth having 1 Kricketune on your bench, but this essentially gives your Ogerpon EX 250 HP. If you stack this with the Bravery Charm tool card, then you're essentially giving your Ogerpon EX 300 HP. Lilligant V-Star is a really good support Pokemon with its Star Perfume ability. It allows you to find, in any combination, 5 grass Pokemon and 5 grass energy. So you can find yourself 2 or 3 Ogerpon, as well as 2 or 3 grass energy, which you can then obviously use Ogerpon EX's ability to then draw extra cards and accelerate that energy onto the board. And let's take a look at a few attacking Pokemon that Ogerpon EX can help support. Raging Bolt is the obvious one, and there's one that is in the meta at the moment, with its Bellowing Thunder attack. This allows you to discard any amount of basic energy from your Pokemon, and it does 70 damage for each card that you discard in that way. So this means that your Ogerpon EX can accelerate energy onto itself, and also power up Raging Bolt's Bellowing Thunder attack. Regidrago V-Star is another deck that's currently in the meta, not quite as powerful as Raging Bolt, but again it requires 2 grass energy, so you can accelerate that grass energy onto the board and use the item cards like Energy Switch to move energy from your Teal Mask Ogerpons onto your Regidrago, which speeds up Regidrago's ability to attack early on. Weirdeer V is a good late game attacker once you've accelerated enough energy onto your Ogerpons. When it transitions to the active spot, it can draw as much energy from any other Pokemon onto itself, so you can really power up its Psy Shield Bash attack to deal some big knockouts on some high HP EX Pokemon. Toedscrawl EX is another card that can take advantage of Teal Mask Ogerpon EX's ability. So Colony Rush, its attack does 80 damage plus 40 more damage for each of your bench Pokemon that has any grass energy attached. So if you're accelerating that grass energy onto your Ogerpons, then this attack is only getting stronger and stronger, so it's similar to Raging Bolt. Let's now take a look at a few item cards that are going to synergize well with Ogerpon EX. Bug Catching Set allows you to look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You can reel up to 2 in any combination of grass Pokemon and basic grass energy. Really good for finding your Ogerpons and the grass energy to accelerate onto your Ogerpons with its ability. Because Ogerpon has such low HP, you can use Hero's Cape to buff it up even further. So if you can stack that with Kricketune, you're essentially getting 350 HP. Like we said earlier as well, Bravery Charm can also help stack HP to put it up to 300 HP, with Kricketune also stacking on the bench. There is an item card in the new set which is called Ogre's Mask. This allows you to move any of your Ogerpon EXs from your discard pile and switch it with one of your Pokemon EX in play. So if you have Teal Mask Ogerpon on the bench or in the active, you can use this card to switch in one of the other variants of the Ogerpons, and we will cover the other Ogerpons in our upcoming TCG guides. We're going to be ranking Ogerpon EX as an A-tier Pokemon. It's competitive, it supports really well in a lot of the meta decks currently. Decks can also be formed around Ogerpon EX as the main attacker, and for that reason, it's an A-tier, it is competitive, and is the best grass Pokemon in the set. That's the end of this TCG guide. Let us know in the comments if there are any cards that we missed and that you think can synergise really well with Ogerpon EX. If you're new and you found this content useful, follow the channel. We're on our way to 1,000 followers. We really appreciate the support. And until next time, that's me shuffling out again.